truth about guys. Because I used to be one, then I got married and I got trained. I used to be a guy, right? And I used to be in the locker room, I used to be in the huddle. I know everything there is about guys. How come dads don't tell their daughters the truth?
Why is that?
Because they're scared. Because most guys are afraid because the daughter will ask the question, were you like that, Dad? Oh. Most guys are afraid to tell daughter the truth. But see, I told my daughter the truth for one reason. I wanted to arm her so no guy would hurt her.
Right. That's really important.
You know?
They need to know more.
Well, here's the thing. We already paved the road to success, and yet we kick our kids out at 18 and say good luck. We already know the answers. Yeah. And yet we don't keep educating our kids. We should be teachers and role models for the rest of our lives, mom and dad, and yet we don't. I don't know why we do it that way. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what, are you on now? Because we're jamming.
Oh, really? Oh, I apologize. I thought I was just educating.
We're just warming up.
Okay.
We're actually here at one of the most beautiful golf courses in New Jersey. It's the Mikita National Golf Course, and I happened to bump into this wonderful gentleman, a very lively gentleman, Lonnie Allgood. Very pleasure to meet you. Please tell me what you're doing here for the SafeandSound.org organization today.
Well, I'm the CEO and founder of a nonprofit called Dreams for Kids, where we want to make dreams come true for kids. And I use NFL players, since I used to play football for Cincinnati Bengals, to be role models for our young people, since we know when we say NFL, we got their attention. And while we have their attention, we pour in what they should do to chase their dreams and hopefully touch their hearts a little bit about their character, their leadership, and their academic skills, and that if they take the word quit out of their dictionary, they can have all their dreams come true.
So how long have you been doing this?
For the past 15 years, since I've been done with football, I've been doing work in the community, whether it's for United Way, YMCAs, drug alliances, anything about prevention so our kids don't make mistakes that can cost them the rest of their lives. And with domestic violence, I went personally through that in my life, so it's a personal thing on my heart. And I know that every time I speak, I'm really honoring my mother, my grandmother, who brought me through that life.
Right. And your mom's name is what?
Beatrice Lucille Allgood.
Okay, and I love your last names because it seems to be everything, all the whole entire energy of what you are. It speaks all goodness.
Yes.
I'm loving that. So how did you get connected with Safe and Sound?
Well, I called around. I live in Somerset, so I called down to Hillsborough and Raritan and Manville and Franklin Township, Bound Brook, different towns, because one of the things I want to do is when I go into schools, I ask kids always, what can we do, what can we do when I'm telling my story, or how can they get back at a young age and make a difference. And really, I'm trying to create kids to understand that giving service and help someone else is okay. So I do blood drives, I do food drives, I do clothing drives, anything to help someone who's hurting. So I went around to the social service groups, found out what different organizations were in the community and which ones needed help. And Sight and Sound was one of the ones that was recommended to it. And when I found out it was domestic violence, it was second nature to go sit down with them and say, I have some events, I have some places where kids and parents can come out, enjoy themselves, and have a nice night. Because my whole role is to put a smile on kids' faces, and that's what I do.
Oh, it sounds like such a beautiful thing that you do. I wish everybody out there in the world were doing what you do. You're such an inspiration.
Well, especially with the way the world is today and all the craziness, with all the hate that's going on, the one thing I want to do is just to help people smile, because they'll smile through usually music and sports. And I happen to have both with entertainers and athletes. And if I can just get that young kid in the 5th grade to smile a little bit and chase his dreams, and because the key thing is that he may never play in the NBA or the NFL, but if he plays long enough, he's going to learn a lot of life skills that he can use for the rest of his life. If nothing else, if I can convince him to take the word quit out of his dictionary, he'll be successful.
Right. So you must have quite a track record. You said you do this all over the state of New Jersey. Do you go outside of Jersey as well?
Yes, I'm in 5 states right now with New York, Connecticut, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. So wherever there's athletes, I can do stuff. So with the Eagles, the Giants, the Jets, the Steelers, the Patriots, my whole role is to find athletes who are alcohol, drugs, smoker-free, and college educated. And the reason that is, when we walk into high school especially, the older kids will put you on the spot and say, well, if you drink, why can't I drink? Or if you do drugs, why can't I do drugs? You're successful and you put your hands on women. So our whole focus is to let them know you don't have to use any kind of bad behavior, at least until they're old enough to handle the consequences.
Sure, sure. It sounds like it's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. And I just want to hold up this card here, Dreams for Kids, Inc. That is your company.
Yes.
It's just a pleasure to meet you and to talk to you and to find out that you're here part of Safe and Sound. Safe and Sound Somerset is, if you want to find out more about this event, it's the For Love Open event that they hold every year. It's their annual fundraiser. And to have people like you on board to help support them, not only at this event, but also throughout the year is profound and powerful. And I want to thank you so much.
Well, the key thing I want to do today is thank these donors, because at one point I was a little kid worried about my future and worried about my mother, my grandmother, and that my father was just not a good role model. And it's good to know that there's people out there trying to help kids. And what I want to do is let them know that I want to be part of their huddle tonight, or they can be part of my huddle, because I know that when I had 10 guys in the huddle, we could be champions. And the whole night's about that tonight they're at a dinner at a golf course doing an event, that this group needs help year-round, that unfortunately families need help in the middle of the night, every night, and that to know that this group is here and their heart's there, that we're making a difference and spreading love to all these families.
Right.
So I'm here to say thank you, and also let them know that I was one of those kids at one point, and I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for a room of people like themselves. And I'm just here to say thank you, because my mother said the most important word in English language was thank you. So I'm here to say thank you.
And, you know, we need to learn from each other, and we need to, you're right, we need to get together and do more things to help our communities, and safeandsound.org is one such organization that has been working to serve and give help and hope for those who are affected by domestic violence. So this is a very, very, very important charity. And thank you so very much for coming out. It's been great chatting with you. Where does anybody to go to find out where you are online?
Just from my website,
which I'm seeing is ladfk.org.
And that stands for Lonnie Allgood Dreams for Kids.
Okay, so Lonnie Allgood, Dreams for Kids. It's been a pleasure meeting you. All dressed up in a suit. I can't wait to get dressed up and look good for you tonight.
Okay. Excuse us. Okay.
No, it's been a pleasure.
You can show off. It's okay.
Thank you so much for just spending a few minutes and talking.
Thank you for giving us a few minutes to spread the news, the good news that I have, and the fact that if I can help someone tomorrow, that's what this is all about. And I feel good knowing that I'm helping someone else. And like I said, my job, when I get in my car today, I'm going to ask myself one question only. Have I honored my mother and my grandmother today?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so this is Dana for Nonprofit TV. We're at the For Love Open for Safe and Sound.